1, 2, 3.
Hi.
Last time we did this, we asked somebody to make us an intro song, and somebody responded.
Really?
They didn't send a song, but they said they'd do it. I just thought I'd update you. I saw it. I never told you.
Yeah, tell me.
I haven't. Well, that's it. That's literally it. So we'll put it out there again. We will pay you. Like, send us like a cool intro song, something
like a snippet, like, hip. You know us.
Yeah, come on. Like, it goes with like our vibe. You know what I mean? It could be cool. We just need something rather than 1, 2, 3, hi. Like, we get it. Hi, guys.
Also, I love our cold intros though.
For sure. But maybe like after the cold intro, then intro song right now.
Right.
And then, okay. Hi, guys.
Hey.
You get it?
Yeah.
So that'd be cool. If you're new here, hello, welcome back to Advice. We are a podcast. This is my best friend Alex,
and that's my best friend Kristen.
And we have known each other for a long time, and
17 years.
Yep, something up there. We could have had a full kid, like it would be in high school right now. Well, no, because we wouldn't have a kid when we were 10. 9. That's weird. They did that in like the old days, though. You know that, right?
Yeah.
But like. Never mind. That's not what we're supposed to go with this. We started a podcast. I don't know. I just feel like we should sometime, maybe every like 5 episodes, introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
Hoping there's new listeners. I sure hope so. So hi guys. Thank you so much for listening. Shout out because we also have a Patreon.
Mm-hmm. Go to that.
Yeah, go to that. We'll link everything down below. We do a follow-up episode every Friday, and it's a follow-up to whatever we talk about on Mondays. Mm-hmm. It could be something deep where you guys ask for more advice on a subject, or last week you guys sent us in more scary stories because last week's episode was all scary shit that we read on Reddit. Shit. And there was some fucked up stuff, guys. Yeah. Like books flying off shelves, and like these are real people's stories, and like we read them to all of our patrons. So please check out our Patreon. We also whenever we do something, we did it one time. We went to Vegas and we did a vlog, but like we've told ourselves now whenever we do something fun, like maybe we should vlog it and put it up. We just haven't really done anything fun. We just post anything we ever refer to in the episode on there, and we talk to you guys on Discord all the time. It's just like a little group chat we have with you guys. But for real, if you want to check it out, please do. If not, thank you so much for your support either way. I don't know. I just feel like that's like the like marketing stuff you have to do every once in a while.
Yeah, get that out of the way.
Just get that out of the way. Anyway, elephant in the room.
My elephant foot.
Elephantitis
of the foot. I think I broke my foot this weekend.
Yeah. Well, let's backtrack. Let's talk about our weekend first.
Okay, so we went to the Bay because it was one of our great friends' birthday. And we did a whole day in Napa at the wineries. We got a party bus.
It was a lot of fun. It was my first time in Napa.
Yeah.
Like we grew up out there, but I moved before I was legally allowed to drink. So I never did the wine. Look at the way I'm sitting, please. I never did the wine tasting thing because I was never allowed to. And it's such a culture out there.
Oh my, it's another universe.
Did you love it? I loved it. I want to do it again.
Let's do it again, but like not as shitty.
I liked how shitty it was.
Right.
I feel like it was like what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. It can go both ways. Like you could do like the super shitty party bus way, or you can do like more hoity toity, like go shopping in downtown Napa and then go to like the really nice restaurants. And like we were too drunk to the point where we had to cancel our dinner reservation.
No, guys, we literally, she's not kidding. We had to stop and literally get bread for the birthday boy. He was so fucked up. We had to get him bread and water.
All we had the whole day was one hot dog and half a bagel.
Yes. And then at one point, one of our friends met us halfway out there and he brought a bottle of 1942. So now we're having Sauv Blanc, freaking Merlot in 1942. Like it was a shit show. Mind you, we only have a ballpark hot dog in our stomachs and like coffee.
So there's the shitty version, and then you can do like the really nice Napa fun version. But no, they're both fun.
Even before the day got shitty and we were at our first place, which was so cool. We'll tell you about it in a sec. I was already drunk off those like fucking 6 tastings.
No, you get hammered when you do Napa.
Drunk. I'm still drunk. Wine is like...
Yeah, it's another world.
I'm not a wine drinker. Like, you get fucked up.
Yep.
I think that was probably the second time in my whole life I've ever felt a buzz off wine. I usually only ever have one glass. So, but it's fun. It's like...
and it creeps up because you have these small sips. Yes. But you have like, he poured us like what, 6 or 7 different types of wine in that one tasting.
Yes.
And then we went to another spot and had another 6 or 7
and
glasses.
We're drinking in between. We also started the day when we left, when the party bus picked us up, we still had an hour drive. So was it that morning or the day before or something, we got champagne and 2 bottles of champagne so that we can pregame. Why did we do that? Well, actually, I don't regret anything. It was still great. But like, we were just fucked up.
Yeah.
So I guess I would want to do it in like a classier way, but I loved it. It was so fun. I couldn't imagine being able to ever drive though, even if we did the classy way. Like
never.
What like, but like that guy was saying, so many people do that. Like that's like DUI central.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy to me. But the first place we went, it was called Hourglass Winery, and they or one of our friends like met the guy at the restaurant he works at and kind of got like a hookup, and he absolutely got a hookup. He had a full hookup, and he took us to this like little back cave thing where they were going through old shit, like, you know, some of the owners, and they found a box of dynamite where they had blown out all the underground caves, but they found one more box, and they were like, yo, should we use it? So they used it, and they made this big raw blown out room. We'll put the picture up on Patreon, and it's beautiful. It's like this raw, it's kind of like limestone looking cave, and they decorated it so pretty, like fir couches and like big stone tables, and this beautiful like wood, like a piece of driftwood with like lights around it turned into a chandelier. Excuse me. It was so beautiful. Like there's so much beauty out there.
And he told us that that room was like once used to host producers of Game of Thrones. And it's so funny because it's so on brand. And we walked in, I forget who said it. I think Tyler might have said it. He was like, this looks like a Game of Thrones room. And he's like, funny you say that because we had a party here with all the producers of Game of Thrones.
Yep.
It was so cool.
It was very, very cool. Sorry, I'm making a note to make sure we put that on Patreon. Yeah, so we started there, and then after that, like last tasting, that's when I literally like looked at Alex and I was like, I'm drunk. And you were like, me too. And then we got on the party bus, and the rest was history. We went one more place.
Yeah, we went one more place. Well, we went to one more tasting, and that was cool. It was a little like a family winery, the Robertson family wineries.
Yes.
And then after that, we went to this little bar to like wait for our dinner reservations, and we were all sitting there, and we all kind of looked at each other, and we were like, there's no way we're gonna make it to dinner.
No.
So we ended up going to our friend's house, and we crashed his party. They go over to his house every Sunday to watch football, and we walked in, and it was literally like a shit show of demons walked into that house.
Yeah, we're like, from Napa, like literal wine demons.
The party bus dropped us off there. Apparently, I don't remember this, but apparently I was walking around with my own bottle of 1942.
Oh, I think you didn't remember getting there. I was like, whoa, I lost you that early?
I remember walking in, and I remember bits and pieces after that. Whoa. But like, yeah, no, I was blacked. So I had my own bottle of 1942 at one point, and I was just taking pulls of the bottle. Like,
yeah,
who in their right mind?
Well, in your defense, you can take pulls of Casamigos like that.
Yeah.
1942 is a beast. It's not something you can just easily take pulls of. It creeps up on you almost like wine, and it's just such a different drunk. So like that, because that was your first 1942 experience.
Yeah.
It's a beast. Welcome to the club. That shit, every time I drink 42, if I get drunk on it, obviously like a shot or even like 3 shots isn't gonna change my drunk. But if I make it turn into like my vessel of getting drunk, it's a different drunk.
Right.
It's just like you are in your own world.
And I was. So what happened? So the whole night I'm like physically fine. We get back to my house. And I mean, I don't remember this part, but this is what Kristen told me. Well, the next day I was literally like, how the fuck did this happen? Because first of all, I opened my eyes and immediately knew my foot was fucked up.
Right.
And you texted me like midday, and you're like, oh my God, I remember what happened.
Yeah. So we got home, and it was one of those like nights where like after we got dropped off at the friend's house where we crashed their party, you kept going and I sobered up. It was like, I feel like that's what happens when you day drink too. Like either you go all night or you have to cut yourself off when the sun goes down because you're like, I'm going to die. I'm literally gonna, I need water, I need food. So we get back to Alex's house. We stayed at her parents' house and the night's over. Mind you, it's like 9:30. Like that's what the night being over was. Because we started at 8 a.m. Anyway, I'm in her room changing into my jammies and she has like 8 stairs that go down to her bedroom, which is like a third lower level. And I just hear like thud, 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 like boom, 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 boom. And I look over and she was wearing this, like, if you guys saw her Instagram, she was wearing this cute, like furry bucket hat, like really cute, fluffy bucket hat. But by the end of the night, she was just so fucking drunk that it was like over her eyebrows.
I can see her like looking up.
No, yeah, you didn't have bones in your neck, like your head just like flopped over and you're looking at me. And she had a blanket around her too because it was cold. And she fell down the stairs. I think because you slipped on the blanket because it was like hardwood. And she plops and I look over. I'm like putting on my leggings. I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she goes, "Ow, I think I hurt my foot." And like in like a gremlin voice, and then like scoots over to me like probably like 10 feet away and sits down while I'm standing up still putting on clothes and is just like looking up at me like a dog waiting for a treat. Like I was like, "Are you okay?" You're like, "It just hurts." It's like, okay, like I don't know what to tell you. And then you just got in bed.
I'm so glad I don't remember the feeling of it happening.
Ooh,
because I'm sure it's so swollen, you guys, and it's it is it's the color of these pillows.
Not exaggerating. On Mama's, it is the color of these pillows behind us. If you're on audio, just picture
purple,
royal purple.
And on top of it, I said this on Friday's episode on Patreon, but I turned 26 last month, so I got kicked off my parents' health insurance. So I'm currently in health insurance limbo and I can't just like go and get an x-ray because it's going to be so fucking expensive. All right. So I'm waiting for my insurance to kick in at my current place of work so that I can go and get an x-ray and hopefully get like a cast or something because there's something going on in there.
It's definitely, at best case scenario, it's a bad bruised bone.
Yeah, best case
scenario,
because I can wiggle my toes. That's a good sign.
Yeah, I don't think it's broken.
I don't think it's broken because I can kind of like hobble on it.
Yeah,
I think it's either a pretty gnarly sprain, if anything. But what's crazy is like when I put pressure on one side of it, I can like almost feel things moving inside.
Yeah,
like I can like feel a clicking.
It could be cartilage. Like you could have like fucked up some cartilage or just tissue. I don't fucking know. It's kind of like the same thing that happened with my nose. Like I felt stuff moving too. I did fracture it, but nothing like the type of fracture I had wasn't where it was detached. Right. So when I told the doctor I felt stuff moving, he even said, he's like, it could have just been like all the cartilage and the trauma of the tissue.
And like all the blood going to my foot right now. Like, and I was on a flight this morning, so it was extra swollen when I got home. It was bad.
I'm glad you wrapped it though. Pro tip, if you ever have an injury and you fly, you have to wrap it, or compression socks or something. Like it's so important because it will just swell even more. It's so bad.
But I was mobbing through the airport on a wheelchair, so that was nice.
I know. I pulled up to pick up her and Leanna. I came home a little bit earlier from the trip and I was like scanning the airport, like, okay, like I don't see anybody who looks like either of them. But then I was like, oh, there's Leanna. Where's Alex? And then like 4 feet under, my eyes go down and she's rolling her suitcase. So Alex had 2 suitcases. So she's rolling the smaller one while she's also trying to roll her wheelchair. And Leanna's pulling 2 like 80-pound suitcases. I lost it. It was so sadly hilarious. It was so good. But we'll figure it out. Keep her in your prayers, guys. Like, I don't know. But our question for you, we're thinking about Halloween costumes for Alex.
Right.
In the
worst case scenario that I have to have a Halloween costume where I'm in a fucking cast or a boot or something.
Or just like can't properly walk.
What? So I was saying zombie.
Right. I said mummy. What do you guys think?
We can go super classic. But if you have any like good characters that have a foot cast.
Or if there's any like duos, like one, like something I could be with her and her foot.
Yeah.
Could be cool.
Let us know.
That you saw a good one because you were looking it up. Puss in Boots.
Yeah, cute.
Anything with like a tall boot, because then you can just wear a tall black boot with the black boot that you have for the injury.
Oh, smart.
And it could just be like anything. I don't know. We'll see. Let us know if you guys
one medical boot and then one like cute
adorable
knee-high.
It's perfect. That's perfect. Oh my God. You know, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
Right.
Okay, before we get into today's topic, let's do what are we wearing, song of the day, and then I'm so excited for what we're talking about. As you tell by the title, we're talking about questions that
guys have for women.
For women. I know there's so many burning ones. We actually asked our producers right before this some questions too, and like even the look on their faces, they were just like, like where do I even fucking start? So I'm so excited to see. We haven't read like any of them either, so this is all gonna be a surprise to us too.
Right.
But what we're wearing, I'm wearing all black. We kind of both are. We're just, I don't know why
I'm
look like we're at a funeral.
Really sad about my foot, so funeral for my foot.
Right.
No, it's so purple that at one point I was like, oh my God, are my toes gonna fall off?
Whoa. If you started losing feeling in your toe with that thought, I would rush you to the hospital.
No, yeah, I can feel them. But that's why I'm wearing all black. These are my sweats from ASOS. They're like wide leg sweats. I get everything from ASOS because 2-day delivery.
Yep.
And then just black t-shirt.
I'm wearing biker shorts and a big Walmart Hanes crew neck, and then my kangaroo socks.
Oh, and then this wrap is from CVS.
This first aid wrap
is Ace bandage wrap is CVS.
Did you already have that? Or wait, your mom probably had it. Okay,
yeah.
I was gonna say. Song of the day. My song of the day is "Strange" by Celeste. Where did I hear this? It was in a show. I think that was my song of the day, like a couple weeks ago. Really?
Yeah.
Well, shit. Now it's whatever. Because I have only because I have a story.
Okay, what is it?
I was watching Ted Lasso. Let's take a quick break for that. Who has watched Ted Lasso? If you haven't,
I need to catch up.
Watch it. I am about to finish season 1, so please no spoilers. But it is so good. Usually I'm not down for like lighthearted things. It's really hard to get my attention, and I'll find myself just kind of like not even paying attention to what I'm watching. And I hate like being on my phone while I'm watching things. So like I purposely don't watch things that take away my attention. But this wasn't like that. First I thought it was going to be, because it is very lighthearted, but as the episodes go on, you obviously with anything you watch, you just build this like love for a lot of the characters, and it's just so well written. The humor is amazing. The supporting characters are so perfect, like for supporting characters.
I feel like it was really well casted. I'm not as far along as you, casted. So I don't have that like deep connection with the characters yet, but I can tell it's gonna be great.
It's so good. It's heartfelt but not corny.
Wait, sorry. No.
Is there a bug?
The way that your head is lined up with the poster behind you, it looks like you have the bunny ears.
Oh,
it's cute.
Take a picture. Cute. Also, I think we should redo these posters. What do you guys think? We probably should have redone a lot of things for season 2.
Look at me and make a bunny face.
Did it work? Oh fuck! Oh my god! I'm gonna post that. That's so good. Yeah. Anyway, Ted Lasso's fucking incredible, you guys. That's all I have to say. But it was on there. It was it scored really well too.
You know what? I'm gonna get really ballsy right now, and I'm gonna make my song. I haven't heard it yet.
Oh my god!
But
wait, didn't we literally do that last week though? I said my song of the day is Dylan Francis's whole new album, even though
oh my god! Why is my service so bunk?
Because Mercury is in retrograde. Was not amused by that.
Okay, it's the new song by Len and Stella that she drops tonight, which I want to hear on the way home.
Oh, because we're recording this on Tuesday.
Right. So, it's called... It's called...
I thought that's like how it went. I was like, no. Is it leaked? Like,
Fancy.
Cute.
It's called Fancy
by
Len and Stella, and I fucking love her.
I thought of Fancy by Iggy Azalea.
I'm so fancy. Fuck that song.
It's an undeniable bop. Like, yes, it's corny. Like, yes, like her shit's like weird as fuck, but like,
I would never like, ooh, let's put on Fancy.
If I was like drunk and wanted to just like, that's the genre for me that I know every word to the song.
Yeah.
Because it's just
A hype.
It was a hype song that was on the radio all the time. I think I know a lot of words of like bops like that because we used to think about it. We used to listen to the radio. So we had to listen to these things over and over.
Top 40.
We didn't start tailoring our music until like halfway through our life when we got like our iPods and shit. Now you choose, right? Like you choose what you listen to. I don't know. That was just like a big epiphany I just had.
You're right though.
Just something to think about. Like freaking,
we were just fed top 40.
Exactly. That was all we ever listened to. We also both worked a job in high school. We worked as
I don't know
what to call them. We just worked for
assistants to like DJs and MCs
for a bar and bat mitzvah DJ company. Like they really did specialize in it. That's why I titled that. But they do weddings. And
they're DJ
corporate
company.
Events. But we've been to over like freaking 1,000 bar and bat mitzvahs. So a little fun fact about Alex and I.
Yeah.
But that's all that was
top
ever
40.
played. It was just top 40.
Whole bunch of Pitbull.
Oh, I'll shake my ass any day. So that's why we know all that shit, or that's why I know all of it. Anyway, those songs will be on our podcast. It's called Advice Podcast Season 2 songs.
Correct.
Is it updated?
No.
So we'll get on that. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, let's take a quick break for our sponsors.
So our first sponsor for today is Dadgrass, and do I have a story for you? So I was laying in bed the other night and I was way too high and I was paranoid that Kristen was getting kidnapped.
My door slammed. I was not getting kidnapped, but that is a thing that can happen with weed nowadays. Like the pretty label.
I was too high.
You just grab, oh, it's pretty, but boom, you don't know anything about how high it's going to get you. And then all of a sudden you think your roommate's getting kidnapped. So to those of you who might not know, Dadgrass is a legal smokable hemp that helps just mellow your mind and take the edge off. You don't have to worry about getting to that point.
And on top of it, they're 100% organic and they're low in THC and high in CBD. So you can really just like chill out without freaking out, you know?
Also, all Dadgrass products are federally legal for ages 21 and over, and it ships right to your door anywhere in the U.S.
Right now, Dadgrass is offering our listeners 20% off your first order when you go to dadgrass.com/advice.
Go to dadgrass.com/advice for 20% off your first order. That's dadgrass.com/advice. Thanks, Dadgrass. So our next sponsor is Bev, and Bev is a canned wine company that's female founded and run, which is absolutely amazing. And they have 0 sugar, 3 carbs, and they're only 100 calories per serving.
And what's cool is they also come in packs. They come in 4 packs, which are like really cute for gifting, especially coming up to the holidays. But they also have 24 packs, which is equal to 8 bottles of wine.
We probably should have pre-gamed with that besides champagne.
Right.
Way better. So they have 6 different flavors. They have Rosé, Sauv Blanc, Pinot Gris, Pinot Noir, and Glitz and Glam. My favorite would probably have to be the Pinot Gris.
Mine is the Sauvignon Blanc.
Yep.
I love good Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh, baby.
Bev also ships straight to your door and shipping is always free.
Or it can be found at retailers nationwide, including Target, Total Wine, Bevmo, and much more.
We've worked out a special deal for our listeners. Receive 20% off your first purchase, plus free shipping on all orders. I suggest trying their best-selling Ladies Night Variety Pack so you can check out all of their delicious varietals.
Go to drinkbev.com/advice or use code ADVICE at checkout to claim this deal. That's drinkbev.com/advice. Thanks, Bev. All right, let's get into this.
Let's answer some questions.
Let's talk to boys on the internet. we got quite a lot on Instagram. It's kind of funny because I said, if you have any longer ones, email us. And like, not a lot of men emailed. Like, I feel like they were just like, I'll put it in 3 words for her. Like, now I'm just capping on men. I love men. I'm not a men hater. Like, not doing that at all. I'm just capping.
I was reading through the emails too. And I saw this one and I thought it would probably be perfect to start with this because it's a dying, burning question. Okay. Hi, should I get a minimalist tattoo of a sheep? Thanks, Jeff. Fuck yeah, Jeff.
Yes, Jeff, you should. Next question. That's a great start. I feel like we're definitely gonna get a lot of repeats, so I'm just gonna like randomly choose one. Hold on, oh wait, Ricky we went to high school with.
No way.
He said spaghetti. He responded to my story and said spaghetti. Hi, Ricky, if you're listening to this. You're silly. I hope you're well. Okay. Do women like to get their ass ate? I don't mind it.
I don't like prefer it. I feel like that's not a general woman question.
That's preference.
It's
You're
preference.
right. I shouldn't even pick that one. You're right. You're right.
Okay, yeah. It's preference. Everyone, like, that doesn't matter based on gender.
You're right. Someone said the bathroom thing. And I'm assuming it's just
going to the bathroom together.
Yeah.
It's just okay.
It's a place where we reset. Like if we're having any anxiety out at the bar or we're getting nervous around a certain person, like it's a way for us to go collect, like re-up anything on our face, check out our outfit.
Right. And I feel like for me specifically, when I want to go to the bathroom with a friend or two, or like I feel more comfortable when there's a girl in the bathroom in there. I'm not like walking around a bar drunk alone.
Right.
B, if I'm in there and like I need to fix something on my outfit and I'm by myself and I can't like turn a certain way and I have someone in there and the thing is like once you enter the bathroom, everyone in there's your friend.
It really is a thing. I know this is such a common like talked about thing. It's a meme, like there's skits about it, but it's true. Yeah.
Everyone's got your back.
It's the girls' room, like the Amanda Show. It is a thing for a reason. I think it's just because we all go in there to be vulnerable for a sec. So just take that big deep breath and actually pee. We are going pee too, by the way. Totally going pee.
But it's like a level of camaraderie that just like
absolutely.
Yep.
It's a buddy system
it's
thing.
Real.
It's like it's some of the best parts of the night. I've met so many good people. Like I love it. I love going to the bathroom with a group of people.
And then when everyone has to leave at the same time and you all like look at each other and you're like, okay, break.
No, yeah, we're good. Everybody good? Like you like check with everybody to make sure everybody's ready to open that door.
Yeah, because if one person's not ready, we don't leave yet.
No. You do not, like, that doesn't happen. You don't, okay, I'm done, so I'm just going to go.
No way.
You wait till everybody is done.
Yep.
It doesn't even matter if we're in there for 30 minutes and people think we're pooping. Like, we don't leave.
Yeah.
Unless everybody's done.
Oh, I love that.
I love it too. And I hope it never changes, like, with, like, age or anything.
Yeah, I don't like, foresee that happening ever, but I wonder, like, do guys not have that at all?
No. Not that I've seen. I've never
like, bro,
seen
will you go to the bathroom with me?
No. I've literally never seen that. If anything, I've seen them say, oh, I gotta pee. And I'd be like, oh, go. Like, so-and-so's there right now. And they'll be like, oh, no, I'll just go when they come back.
Right.
Like, well, you know what?
Because
they could see each other's pee-pee. Like, it's probably like, dude, why did you come with me and come sit next to me? Are we right, Chris? Thank you. Literally just got confirmation from a male himself. Yeah, Chris, anytime because I have a straight shot of you, anytime we get it right, can you just like nod your head, give me a thumbs up so we can have some like validation here?
Love that. Ooh, okay. I'm trying to like find an anonymous thing, but they don't say. Okay. Is chivalry dead? Seems to me that this current generation, both guys and girls, are not as passionate about the little things that come with admiration anymore. Getting flowers unexpectedly, holding doors, etc. On top of that, to ask someone out, it has to be done online. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like this generation is missing passion. P.S. Your shows kick ass. P.S. Aww. Kristen, I'm trying to marry you. XOXOXO.
Is he cute?
There's no photo.
Oh, lame.
He did not attach
Can you attach a photo? Come on.
He did not attach a photo.
If you're going to shoot your shot with me, attach a fucking picture.
His name is cute.
What? Well, I guess, let me just read it. That is a cute name. That is a cute name. I'm dead. Okay. Hey.
Oh, he said his Instagram.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, I'll look in a second. I don't think chivalry is dead.
There are still men out there who send flowers and the very like quote unquote gentleman moves are still made. You just, if you want to be that guy, be that guy.
Exactly. I don't think it's something that you need to check on and see if you can do. I think if you want to do it, do it. I think chivalry's always been that way. I think it's been something I'd like to think it's something from the bottom of that person's heart. But I think it has, like, you're not wrong. It has been lost a little bit.
And I think like as a woman, sometimes when I question like, or when I say, oh, fuck it, chivalry's dead. Hold on. Who are the men that I'm attracting? And like, what can I change? Because I know these chivalrous men, I know they're out there. So like, let me reel it back a minute. How do I start attracting those men? Because the men that I've currently been seeing, this is all hypothetical, but like the men that I've currently been seeing are not that. So knowing it's out there, it's not dead.
And if you are a chivalrous man and your peers aren't, don't feel like you can't be. If they give you shit for it, like, don't feel like not it's on not your cool. level, because we do appreciate it a lot. It's really refreshing.
It's way more attractive than the not.
100%. I've never been like, ew, he's being too chivalrous. Never.
I dated a guy that opened my door every time I got in the car, and I'll never forget it.
Right. We're talking about it right now.
Right.
Years later. Just a few weeks ago, a guy dropped off dropped off a handwritten card,
literally a love letter,
literally a love letter on my doorstep, and just like so left cute. It and didn't text me and say like, go look at your door. Literally just like let it be this thing that I find, if I find, or if the wind blows it away, the wind blows it away. Like he didn't. And then when I did bring it up, I appreciated that it wasn't like,
I did that for you.
No, because that's half of chivalry. Is like I feel sometimes when people do it, it's to get the praise, right? Not doing it because they actually want to express whatever they're trying to express that way. So no, it's not dead. And you can send me flowers if you want.
We have to look them up on Instagram after this.
Oh yes. Okay, this is a good one. I appreciate this question. In your eyes and perspective, what is the ideal financial balance in a relationship? So I'm assuming they're referring to like the dinners and me personally, because I do think I'm kind of seeing now a lot of these questions are going to be just like preference. I think we can maybe put a blanket preface over this whole episode. These are just our two perspectives. We're not speaking for the women race at all. There's no shot any like topic we'd be able to do that. You know what I mean? But for me, I think there is a balance. I think me personally, I have a lot of pride. So like when anybody pays for me, I'm already like, so I make sure like, okay, at least we got to switch off. My paying culture or whatever doesn't really change with men or women. I'm even the same way with you, Alex. Like, oh, you got me last time, I'll get it next time. But that's just me. But like, it does feel good. It does feel good when the guy pays. It does kind of bring you back to that like, old timey.
It feels nice to be like wined and dined.
For sure. I appreciate that for sure. Like I'm gonna love it.
It makes me like want to do it back.
Exactly.
So like you wine and dine me one night, and then the next weekend, like I will have a whole weekend planned for us.
Exactly. I think I personally, again, it's only my opinion, I personally think that's how it should be. I think it gets the momentum going. I think it shows kind of like a respect in a way.
Like, it shows equality in the relationship. Yes. There's no like superior or inferior role when it comes to the relationship, because financials often determine that. So I think like as long as it's a little like balanced in whatever way, like find works for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Also, anybody out there listening on the other side of it, don't ever offer to pay and then get mad if they're like, okay, go ahead.
Right.
Because it's like, you just alley-ooped it.
Yep.
And that you were just trying to play games right there. I just got a thumbs up from Chris. Thank you. You were like trying to play a game, and then they like, in your head, they fell for it. I think that's catty if you do that.
Yeah.
Like,
don't be like offended if they're like, oh, okay, yeah, let's split it. But you
offered it. So like they just picked up the bait. Right. Like you gotta be like that with men. Like they're very literal. Like they're not gonna get the hidden message. Mm-mm. So you just, right, Chris? Come on. They're kind of dumb. So like, he said they're kind of dumb, and he's a man, so he's speaking for you guys, not me.
Okay. Hi, girlies. I'm writing on behalf of my younger brother, who is currently going through his first breakup. We listen to your pod together every week, and he found the breakup episode so helpful. I'm gonna cry. Like Kristen was saying, once one person mentally checks out of a relationship, it starts to decline from there. In his case, she mentally checked out before him, and he didn't see it coming. He is now struggling with coming to terms at how she has so easily and quickly moved on, and he is having such a hard time being alone. While a lot of the advice toward women is self-improvement and growth after a breakup, a lot of the advice to boys is to go out and get laid and be a man, which he does not resonate with. His question is, how do you come to terms with move on when the other person is doing it? His question is, how do you come to terms with / move on when the other person is doing it? It seems to be doing it so easily. without using sex as a means to get over someone? Thank you. Good question.
I respect the
acknowledgement
of like
the
why
differences.
he's asking the question.
Yep.
Like, I don't want to go do the thing that men are told to do. Man up, go just like fuck another girl. I look at it as, this is kind of ironic for this episode, but I take away gender from this answer because I think you should still take that narrative of self-improvement no matter what gender you identify with, whatever.
Right.
I think just looking at it is like, you want to grow from this situation as healthy as possible for your future love.
As
we
a
preach that
human,
all the time.
we learn from these experiences that we go through.
Exactly. So just really not comparing yourself to how that person is healing, I think is a big thing in any breakup. I think that keeps that tie with them, and you're not going to be able to get over them if you're constantly keeping your narrative with them in mind,
right?
Like you were during your whole relationship,
right?
Then your brain's still gonna think you're in the relationship with them. You know what I mean?
And don't hold yourself to this weird standard of men having to like go out and get laid if you know it's not you.
Yeah, that does work for some people for sure, but I am one of those people it doesn't work for, and I've done it and it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Like, please just stay true.
You'll know right away,
you.
like, shit, I regret that.
Yes.
I knew I didn't want to do it in the first place. Why did I do it?
Because people around you were like, go do it. Yep. So I'm really proud of you for asking this question, and your sister asking this question on behalf of you. But just think about the future you, and don't worry about what you think you should be doing. Just do what feels good. This time is all about you. It's not about her, it's not about anybody else, but getting you to where you feel good and back to yourself on a self-improvement level. So just stay true to you, though.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Do girls really care about a man's emotional level? Example, turned off by a guy who's more emotional. Second part of the question, I don't think I'd be turned off. Like, it's not like a turn off. But answer to the first question, absolutely we care. I do. I care about men being emotional.
Yes.
I want my men to be emotional. I think that's actually something I'm realizing about myself within the past few years. Is I used to think I wanted that hard head, like.
Okay, but I will say I think there's a difference between being emotional and then being emotionally intelligent. Like.
Okay, so that is what I mean. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you corrected that, because you know what I mean.
Right.
So maybe I do need to use those words because emotional can sound like.
And I think
messy.
and I think I could be turned off by an overly emotional guy.
You're right. And I have been, I guess.
Yeah.
When I think of that. So, well, then let's clarify that for them, for the person asking. Like, I think when you put the intelligence in that term, it's, at least for me, I think the level of emotional intelligence that I crave is somebody who expresses their needs and wants while still respecting my boundaries or reading my vibe and what's like triggering me or pushing me too far, and vice versa. I think emotional intelligence is something that needs to be reciprocated too, to help feed the intelligence of the other human in the situation. So
if you're emotional without the intelligence part, that could possibly mean that you don't know your boundaries, or you don't know how to handle your emotions, and you could possibly be projecting them onto someone else, which in turn could definitely be a turn off.
Yeah. And I don't want you to like feel like you have to shut them off. That's not the solution to what Alex was just saying. The solution is just to ask yourself and work with yourself and maybe talk to others, therapy. There's so many resources and how you can get there, but try and just breathe and like level out the emotions. I think that's where emotional intelligence begins to grow. But emotionally intelligent does not turn me off.
No. If this is kind of like the kind of question where it's like, do we appreciate if men like could cry? And yes. Yeah. If you are able to like break down that barrier of being like a macho guy. Yeah, for sure. That's hot.
That's what I was kind of saying when I first was answering the question, is I used to think I just wanted that like macho hard-headed guy, which I still think is attractive.
Yeah.
But
there's balance.
Yes. But I think maybe the word Alex and I are saying here is vulnerability.
Yeah.
And maybe maybe that's like the overlap of how you're using emotional is vulnerability, not just the like, I can't handle what I'm thinking about right now.
Right.
I think it's very attractive and just important, no matter your gender. I think it's important if you're going to connect with your person, you need to get emotional. You need to get vulnerable, or it's just going to be the surface level connection.
Yeah, you need to get deep.
Yeah. So be emotional. Try it out. And if you find that it's starting to push away somebody, maybe communicate that you're acknowledging that it is, and hey, what are your boundaries? Like, what can I do to meet you there?
Or your emotional dynamic just doesn't have the chemistry.
Ooh, that too. Yes, yeah, for sure.
Oh, well, okay. This is like a good piggyback.
Okay. What is it?
Hi, Alex and Kristen. What do you prefer in a guy? Someone who fits within a conventional view of masculinity, or someone who displays traits that are typically seen as feminine? Example, being emotionally expressive, donning, gender bending fashion, a la Harry Styles. Thanks for reading my email, and kudos to both of you for bringing so much relatability and hilarity to your show. Sincerely, Arthur.
Thank you, Arthur. Oh my God, sick name. Haven't heard that in so long. So if I have to, let's go off it if we have to choose one. Right? Like Arthur said, gave two scenarios.
Like pick one.
If we have to pick one.
What do you prefer? Oh, this is hard.
I prefer the manly one. That's like where my brain went to immediately.
If we go like, if we take like the, since we just since we just asked the emotional intelligence portion of the question, if we take away that and if we just go surface level with like style, I think I'm more attracted to like the Harry Styles guy.
Yeah, I knew you would be.
Yeah,
that's why I was like, let's give our different input. I mean, Harry Styles can get it for sure. Like I do love that style of men. Like it's very easy on the eyes. I am attracted to it. Like I would walk up to a man like that in a bar. But I love like men.
Yeah.
I just love like football. Like, like I love just like bulky people.
Yeah.
Was that?
That was it. That was a question.
Okay. I was going to say, is there any like, ooh. Okay. This is a good one. Do girls tell their friends everything? Like even sex wise?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
We do.
We do. We've been friends for 15, 16 years. I think like it just depends on how close you are with your friends.
Right.
But yeah, but like, I don't spare a detail. No. I'll never be like, no one wants to know this.
No, like if you ask, I'm telling you
everything.
And we expect that as like girlfriends, we expect that from each other too.
Right.
Like, okay, you better tell me everything. So I guess maybe something to think about is how close is your girl to her girls? And there's your answer right there. Answer. If she's close to them, she's telling them everything. Mm-hmm. But do not be embarrassed about it.
No.
We do not think of you any different. Like, I feel like we really need to say this right now. I know so much about Alex's exes. She knows so much about my exes. But we still have our own opinions of these people.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not like when we see them, we're thinking about the story we heard. It's totally like...
It's separate.
I hope you get what I mean when I say this, but like it goes in one ear and out the other. It's more you're just sharing the experience in the moment, but we don't like sit there and like hone in on how we feel about the person after we hear about
anything. How you ate his ass.
Exactly. Like that's more just like, ooh, we're just like talking shit. Like we're just gossiping.
Right.
Yeah. So don't feel embarrassed if your person
and don't hide anything from your girl. But you know what? I will say I did have people who are really close friends with me who were very private with like details like that.
So maybe it is just a us thing. Yeah. Well, not saying we're the only people on the planet, but like maybe it's just a certain type of person thing.
Yeah, I think it's just like how close you are and like whether or not they're like a very outwardly comfortable person talking about private situations like that.
I do have to say though, when things did get bad and like dark, I did start hiding things, which is kind of interesting to think about.
Yeah.
Like you'd think that's when I'd like run to a friend and be like, this is happening, but I think that's like a deeper answer there. But yeah, we tell each other everything.
Yeah.
Like right after it happens or during. Like when we're going to the bathroom, we're probably texting somebody about you.
Yep. Okay. Hey, what's a good non-derogatory slang word for women? There are so many for men, example, dudes, guys, etc. But all of the words we use for women are demeaning in some form or fashion. I've been thinking a lot about this since my friend told me that most guys use chicks in a derogatory way, and I should stop using it. I don't get offended by chicks.
I'm not offended by chicks, personally.
Maybe there isn't any because guys have a horrible tendency to make women related to things negatively, but I'm kind of hopeful we'll figure something out. Anyways, thanks for your time. Sincerely, Drew. I don't get offended by chicks. I think, okay, I love ladies.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, ladies.
I do like ladies.
But not in like a creeper way.
Like, hey, ladies.
Like, hey, ladies.
Right.
It's also about delivery.
Right.
It's also about delivery. Like, I love when we were actually just talking about this, like pet names.
Oh, yes.
I love when a guy calls me little mama or shoddy.
Yep.
Love that.
But again, your narrative right now is somebody who's like
Personal.
your person.
Right.
What about just when a guy comes up to
And like
us
talks.
and like we're not like in a thing with them? You don't take it old school. Call them by their name.
Right. Hi, what's your name?
Right. You can always do that.
If you want to play it safe. I feel like ladies is a good.
Yeah.
I'm
not in love with it.
I'm not in love with girls. Hey, girls.
No.
It's a little like, are you talking to your little sisters?
Maybe just say, hey.
Hey.
You.
No, definitely.
I don't know. I guess I know.
This is hard
it's
because
actually, I've never thought about the fact that all of the names that women have are like a bitch. Like it's all like.
And you know
bad.
what? You know what one like really irks me?
What?
Is when guys use female.
Yeah, it's very like, am I just like a literal thing on this planet? And
Yes.
that's it. Like I am a textbook term.
Yep.
Like I was with hella females last night.
Ew.
I don't like that.
No,
it's
I
very weird.
hate
It makes me feel
female.
like I'm a sheep.
Yep. Yes.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Oh, I hate when people say female.
I knew I hated it, but I'd never like, wow, that's weird.
And
I don't know. What
woman
can I do?
is all about delivery. If you use like, hey, women, or, I don't know. There's like specific ways that like the word woman could be used that like really irks me too.
Are you saying like in relationships when someone's like, oh, this is my woman?
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't mind it. I don't love it.
It's a little like ownership to me.
That's exactly where my head went to. That's why I don't love it, but I don't know. It's honestly just not used that much.
Right.
Let's go back to like the relationship narrative. I like babe.
I don't like babe.
I love babe. I like
boo.
I
hate baby girl.
I like baby girl.
No.
Why?
I am not your child.
Well, you have like a reason.
Yeah.
It's
well,
just like
my ex just called me baby girl, and he did it in this like high pitched tone. I was like, hey, baby girl. And
ew. Okay.
Yeah.
High pitched tone. He could have said anything, and I'm not cool about it. It's fucking weird. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was bad.
I feel like if someone calls you a name, no matter what the name is, if you're not liking that someone, now the name's ruined.
Yeah. Like I talked to this guy, and he used to call me B. And it was so cute, but now like no one can ever call me that because
I like that. I called a boy that, but his name started with B, so I really liked it.
Yeah,
like I like that. Like even like our friend Brie, like we call her B.
Right.
Like if your name starts with B, I think that's cute.
I love nicknames in general.
Yeah,
we're straying,
I know, but we're not giving this. When you give him an answer.
I told you, ladies is the best I can come up with. You're right. There's not a lot of words out there that don't have these like kind of condescending tones to them if you don't deliver them in like the perfect fashion.
So there's your answer. It's your delivery.
Yeah.
I guess. But anybody who's listening, if you're on YouTube, I guess comment down below. Let's give this person an answer.
Yeah.
If you guys can think of anything. But
don't ever call anyone female.
I also, did you just hear me? I said, if you guys can think of anything.
Yeah.
I call girls guys.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, hey guys, come here. Like, if I'm like you, Brie, and Leanna are downstairs, I'm like, guys, come look at this.
What about gals? Because you know how people say,
Chris put a thumbs up.
But you know how people say, guys and gals?
I like that.
Guys and gals, and then ladies and gents.
I like ladies and gents. I don't know. But I mean, you know what? I guess at the end of it, I'm not offended. Right. I might not like it, but I'm not offended. So any of these that we're saying we might not prefer, but we're not offended by, you can use those because at least you're not going to offend. You might be like, we might all think like, why did that person call me that?
I was just going to say, imagine standing at a bar and a guy comes up to me, you, Leanna, and Brie and goes, hey, gals.
But even, hey, ladies, that's kind of weird. Well, it's the delivery. It's the fucking delivery.
It's delivery.
Good luck, Charlie. I don't know. I know his name's not Charlie, but that was just a reference.
It's Drew.
I know. Good luck, Charlie. This isn't a question. Well, I guess it technically is a question, but it's just kind of like a funny comment. Why is trying to figure out what a woman wants like trying to figure out what the number 7 smells like? Let me choose another one. I just wanted to spit that out because we do not have an answer.
Wait, but what's funny is before we started recording, we like saw that question and you and I kind of answered it. And that's just the epitome of like, we know what we want, but it's like that.
It is. But that's just life. Like, you're just not going to know humans.
Yeah.
Like,
you're never going to know everything what we're thinking.
Right. Ooh, this is a really good question. How to approach my girlfriend about a disconnect sexually without it sounding like that's all I want.
Good question.
That is such a good question. And I totally I feel for you. Like, I feel like that's definitely something men probably do come by and because
they want to be touchy about it.
Right. But then like girls, our defense with men is immediately like, they want me for sex.
Right.
Like that's immediately where we go. So that's hard.
It's hard because I'm going to be really fucking blatantly honest right now. I would, that's the first place my head would go is, why do you care about like, why is that all you care about? Like, has this been on your mind forever? Like, is this eating you alive? It's kind of just like,
again, it's delivery.
I think